Everything reminds me of you. There isn't a day that goes by when you're not on my mind, leaving me blind to all that's good in the world and taking me back to feeling like that scared little girl. Thoughts of you consume me. I watched you leaving, and that's the thing. I really thought it was over. I really thought I'd be happier. I thought I wouldn't have to see you anymore, and as I watched you close the door, Mama said, "Don't worry, you'll still see your dad." To which I responded, "No, I don't want to. He makes me feel so bad." What I didn't realise was that I'd still have to see you, nor did I realise that I'd be haunted forever by all you did and all you continued to do. It only got worse and I was sure I'd been cursed. It was worse when I had spent time with you alone, when all I wanted was to be unbreakable like a strong stone. Part of me wants to give you another chance to protect me, but I know all that would do is give you another chance to wreck me. And I am already torn apart enough. I am already broken-hearted, yet loved. I wonder if in another universe you could have been a good dad, one who doesn't make me feel so painfully sad. The echo of all you said still replays and replays loudly in my head. I'm trapped in this god-awful metaphorical room where every fucking thing reminds me of you. Hi guys, today is another quite serious video because today, which is the 25th of September, I don't know whether I'll post this today or tomorrow, hopefully today, but today marks exactly a year since the police dropped the charges against my dad, and I am going through it all over again. I'm feeling like how I felt the day I found out, and it's kind of like, it sounds strange, but it's kind of like grief. It's kind of like how when a loved one dies, it kills you at the time, but then every single anniversary, every single reminder, well, it's just that, it's a reminder of what's happened and that things are shit, basically. And I'm feeling very angry today, if you hadn't gathered, but I'm channeling it into a video instead of beating the shit out of a wall. So that's always good. No, I wouldn't really do that. I haven't done that in a long time, but what I mean is like taking it out on myself or objects. I have quite a temper, but I'm trying so hard to deal with this healthily. This time last year, I did not deal with it well. It felt like, even though they said, look, the fact that the team that have investigated this are called the Serious Crime Team, that should tell you that we believe you. But my head was still like, nope, no one believes me, otherwise they wouldn't drop the charges. And it's not that, I don't know how to explain this, because obviously, like, there's a part of me that really wants to punish my dad because I'm being punished every single day. But at the same time, it's not really about that. Like, it's more, I just want to feel safe in the world. I don't want to constantly be thinking I can hear my dad's voice from another room when I'm out in public. Like, a while back I was at the hospital visiting someone and I was sat outside a visitor's room and I was adamant I could hear my dad's voice because we still live within quite a close proximity. And not really close, but close enough for it to be possible he was there. And I was petrified. I had a full-blown panic attack. I rang my mum. I was in the middle of ICU visiting someone and I was in a state and it was horrific. And I'm constantly watching my back. Every time I hear an ambulance, I think it's my dad because he's a paramedic, if you hadn't guessed. And yes, I know that's fucked up. How can he be a paramedic when he can't look after his own children and wife, let alone, you know, strangers? But I'm not getting into anything personal about him today. It's more about how it's affected me because I don't want to hinder any future investigations. Because they have said that they haven't closed the case, they've dropped the charges, but the case will be not reopened because it's not closed, but re-looked at if new evidence comes to light. But basically at the time, I just felt like it meant that he won, and I really did believe it meant he'd won and that was it, my life was over. It still kind of feels like that, I'm not gonna lie. I have days and weeks and months and moments and times where I feel like if justice was going to be done, it would have been sought by now. And it hasn't been, but I don't know how to word this. It's kind of like, part of me knows that it probably wouldn't make a difference, in that I would still be suffering. But then that little aspy part of my brain is kind of like, yeah, but that's not fair. I need it to be right or wrong. And right now, if he's still in the real world, it must not be wrong. And yet it makes me feel so wrong. So it must be wrong, but it's not wrong. So I just want answers. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. So yeah, it's been an absolute shitstorm of a time, really. It's been a year of self-destruction. It's been a year of self-reconstruction. It's been a year of pain. It's been a year of torment. It's been a year of feeling like I'm trapped in a motherfucking washing machine, going around in fucking circles. But at the same time, I have made progress. Overall, as much as there's been a million, billion, trillion setbacks, I have made progress overall. So I guess I just kind of have to look at that and take that as a sign to keep making progress, even though my shithead brain is kind of thinking, well, I'm really angry right now and I may as well take it out on myself because it's me who deserves punishing, because that's how it always has been with other people, not just myself. So if other people can do that, aka my dad, then why can't I? And that's my kind of reasoning. So I am very bitter, as you can tell from the spoken word poems I'm about to read out, or I might have ended them at the beginning of the video, I'm not sure. But it's a process, and I'm learning to be less bitter. I'm learning to cope and be more positive. And it's hard because my brain isn't trained to be that way. I've lived a very negative life, and I've lived a life of hiding it, and that became the opposite when I could finally express it. So it became very, well, from one extreme to the other. Sorry, I'm getting over a chest infection still. So I just need to find a middle ground, and I need to not let this anniversary destroy me for the rest of the week or month or year. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say. I'm trying to cope in the best way I can without doing anything stupid. Story of my life, mate. But I wanted to say thank you for all the support I've received, not just on YouTube, but on Instagram and Facebook, with all my friends via message and Facebook and everything. I've had so many people like reaching out to me and saying I've helped them, saying that they feel like I'm the only person who really understands what they're going through. Even if we haven't spoken about it, they just know I get it. And that means so much to me, because as part of why I'm so open, like I don't want anyone to go through what I went through and feel as alone as I did. And yeah, that's all I've really got to say for today. I hope everyone's well, and if you've got any other shitty anniversaries coming up like mine today, then I hope you deal with it very well. I hope you stay safe. I hope you look after yourself, and if you can't, I hope someone else looks after you. Lots of love. Bye. The truth. The abuse tore what little there was of me to pieces. It was the beginning and the end all at once. Yes, it was physically paining, but it was also mentally and emotionally agonising. It was a bomb that went off in my young world, and I'm still living in the wreckage, crushed beneath the rubble, hoping for someone, anyone, to rescue me. But no one ever does, and I don't think anyone ever will, or should I say, no one ever can. I might die here, hidden underneath the mass destruction of my life, and no one will ever know any different. No one will ever know the truth. Weak. I hope you're haunted, terrorised by your dreams and memories you see. I hope you question all the lies you've led yourself to believe. I hope your pain is thick like poison and it gets into your blood. I hope you feel the way you made me feel, like you just aren't good enough. I hope you recognise you made me feel like I'm not worthy of love. I hope you feel just as low as I do. I hope your bones ache with guilt, and I hope you end up broken too. I hope you put your life on the washing line and everyone damages your heart like you did to mine. I hope the skies conspire against you, and I hope they leave you there to soak you through, right to your core, right to your core. And I realise I sound bitter. Maybe that's because I am. I hope you know you've made me hate myself and made me doubt whether I can make it through the next few weeks, the next few days or even moments. because there is so much more to what you put me through than just anger, and one of the components is the torment I feel deep inside my brain and the depth of the sadness that makes the professionals question whether or not I'm sane. And I know this may sound strange, but I wish you pain. I wish you so much fucking pain. I hope people break their promises and leave you in the cold. I hope you experience more pain than so far you've ever known. You've dipped and dived so sneakily, cheated the system so easily. Right now I'm too afraid to speak, but one day I will, and you won't be able to ignore what I have to say, and it will finally be you feeling weak.